Hey everybody, welcome back to the Bourbon Note. I'm Greg.
I'm Ben.
And today, we're drinking bourbon. All right, Ben, what do we have on the bar today?
All right, we've got...
I already know what's on the bar. I can see it. It's
yeah,
at the end
right
of the bar.
there. But they don't.
Well, they can read the title.
That's true.
Hello, Internet.
Knob Creek Single Barrel 9-year. So this one is not a store pick. It's just the basic single barrel offering from Knob Creek.
Okay.
It is 9-year age stated. A lot of the store picks right now that are out there are in that 9-year age. Mm-hmm. So really the only difference between this one and those is that it wasn't selected specifically by, whatever your local store is or wherever you're buying it from.
Instead of just some local person, it was a master distiller.
Yeah,
in
right.
Kentucky said, you know what?
That barrel.
That one works.
Yeah,
let's do that.
This might be even better. Let's take the little hat off there. The wax hat.
Just want to say thank you to Knob Creek for keeping the age statement there.
Bringing it back, actually.
Well,
yeah.
It's there, yeah. Appreciate the effort that it probably takes to keep that around. We acknowledge that it's probably hard to make sure this is all 9-year
yeah.
bourbon, but...
Yeah, it really is nice to have that back, because it was gone for a while.
Yeah.
And I think most people just like having an age statement, no matter what the age statement is. Doesn't have to be old. Doesn't have to be.
Nope.
If
you sell a 5-year bourbon,
nothing wrong with that.
No, and some of them are great, but
yeah, it is nice to have that on there.
Totally agree.
So it comes in at 120 proof, and it's delicious. I really like this one.
It is curious that Knob Creek they choose not to do a entry kind of proof.
Yeah, their entry proof one is 100.
Yeah.
Here, 100 proof. Bam, deal with it.
Right. Which is awesome. I mean, because the more I think about it, a bottled bond, which is 100, is just like the sweet spot. It really, it works for me.
Well, and the funny part is, too, is with, again, the 9-year age statement coming back, like people freak out about 10-year bourbons, And rightfully so. I like 10-year
awesome.
bourbons. Yeah. Eagle Rare, Russell's Reserve.
Yeah.
Russell's Reserve is readily available, but like Eagle Rare is a 10-year that's, hard to find now. Yeah. This is 9-year, 120 proof. That's...
And on the shelf at your local liquor store.
Yeah, you can find
and
this
not crazy expensive
anywhere.
Either.
Yeah, I think this was like $40.
Right.
And the store picks are usually $45 in our area.
Yep.
Or now maybe closer to 50, but this one was 40.
Yeah,
the store picks are like closer to 50. Tons of vanilla, oak.
The alcohol
sweetness.
proof is definitely noticeable. Like you definitely get the burn from the alcohol.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's really the 9 years really shows through for sure.
I'm digging it.
Cheers.
We could sit here forever and just think about how great this bourbon is, or we could just drink it.
Yeah.
Oh man, there's so much more.
Yeah.
Like, why don't I drink this more often? Like, is every time I drink it, it's like, this is a great bourbon.
It really is. For me, it's with the Knob Creeks in particular. I always get a really nice vanilla, oak, light caramel. But their flavors are super bold because they don't cut down on proof. And it's aged well.
That's got to help.
Yeah, and it's just, for some reason, Knob Creek in particular, just the wood sugars. It's not just the candied sweetness like the caramel and the vanilla. Like you can taste that oaky sweetness, just wood sugary.
Yeah. It does come across as a little bit cinnamon, but it's not like the aggressive cinnamon that some bourbons have.
See, I don't get a ton of cinnamon on it.
Not on the nose, I don't. But definitely on the tongue.
Well, you're saying it now, I'm getting it.
Yeah, it's there.
But I wouldn't consider it like some bourbons are very cinnamon
No,
forward.
I would agree that it's not cinnamon. But But it's a nice blend of spices on the kind of the midpoint of the flavor profile. Mm-hmm. There's a lot going on. There's some kind of baking spices and a lot happening there.
This is one of those bourbons that every time I drink this, I think to myself about the allocated stuff people chase down and pay ridiculous aftermarket prices for. And you've got stuff like this on the shelf for $40. You can get it anywhere.
And I would put this up against anything from...
most of them.
There's definitely some great stuff that is hard to find.
Yeah.
But, this is awesome.
Like some of the BTAC stuff is like super aged and high proof, and that's going to be tough to compete with, and there's a reason those are
But the reality is, you happen to have behind you a 14-year-old of this. Mm-hmm.
Which is amazing.
Amazinger.
Yeah. Even amazinger than this.
Yeah.
But this is just, it really is one of those things where bourbon collecting is fun, and you and I both have some pretty rare bottles and stuff like that, but we've never paid aftermarket prices for them.
Never.
Just been lucky enough to get them.
Yep.
But I think about people that spend all their time and money just trying to get the allocated stuff, and they pay secondary market prices for it and things like that. It's like, if you put most of those in a blind against this is going to hold up to a lot of them.
This is going to hold up against a ton of stuff. And we've done a few reviews recently where we've taken fairly entry-level bourbons and been really impressed with them. Mm-hmm. We did one, and it's a competitor there, so I won't mention them, but we did a review of a competitor and absolutely loved it. And Knob Creek and several of the Jim Beam products.
Well, these are all competitors, so...
Well, they are. But we absolutely love a ton of things that are happening on the Beam side.
We're not being paid by Jim Beam.
But we'd like to be. Always leave the door open.
But it's kind of funny, like, people chase down, obviously, Blanton's is the kind of go-to for...
And we do too. I mean,
new
let's be
beginners.
Honest. You've got a couple, I've got a couple.
I've got a couple, but I've never chased it down. The ones that I've gotten, one was a gift. Two of them, I happened to just walk into a store, and the guy had them for retail.
Kick a guy and then you run away.
And the guy had them for retail. So, things like that, if I see it for retail, I'm going to pick it up.
Sure.
For sure. But, the Blantons, the Wellers, Eagle Rare, E.H. I love all of those.
Yeah, they're great bourbons.
Especially like the E.H. Taylor and the Eagle Rare. Like, I would put those above Blanton's, to be honest. But as far as like just a high quality, high flavor, you're getting 120 proof, you're getting 9 years.
At $40-ish.
At $40, and you can find it anywhere. It holds its own. That's what I mean by saying that this can go up against a lot of allocated stuff. Now, is this going to go up against a George T. Stagg or an Eagle Rare 17-year? No. Or a Stagg Junior.
But it's not going to swing and miss by much.
No, it's not. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Just go out and get some of this. If it's within your flavor profile. Maybe you're a completely different flavor profile person than we are, but this has everything you want at a really nice high proof if you like high proof.
12-year? You don't have 12 years there.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I just have this. I've got the regular Knob Creek 9-year.
Unique one.
And then I have the 14.5-year store pick.
Yeah.
So, explore the single barrel Knob Creeks, the store picks. Mm-hmm. They look like this, if you don't know what they look like. That's a store pick. This one is not open. This one is delicious. I was lucky enough to get 2 of these, and I just killed that other bottle like a month ago, so I haven't gotten into this one again yet. But, so if you see these on the shelf, you can see the date that it was barreled and when it was dumped, so you can tell how old it is.
That's another thing. It's something small, but we like the age statement. But more than the age statement, you can see exactly. This one is like 14 years, like October 14th, 2004 to April 4th, 2019. You do the math. But, so that's how old this is. Like, you know exactly what you're getting.
Yeah.
And that's awesome.
Imagine 2004. How long ago does that seem?
2004.
That's ridiculous.
My life was so different back then.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. So the 14 to 15 year store picks are not quite as common.
No,
But a lot of them are 9 years, and this is also a 9 year. That's what I was saying at the beginning, where it's just not a store pick. But either way, go out and get some of these. They're delicious. They're awesome. Each one's going to be a little bit unique, because it's a single barrel.
Yep.
And if you're frustrated after a day of bourbon hunting because you didn't get to find something allocated, but you like high proof stuff, grab one of these, go home, kick back and enjoy it, because it's really, I don't think this gets the accolades it deserves.
I agree.
So
I agree.
Anyway, if you can't tell, this is a recommend for sure.
Yes, absolutely.
So this has been Knob Creek Single Barrel 9 Year. I'm Ben.
I'm Greg. Cheers.